What is up, everybody? My name is Andrew, and welcome back to Space Engineers Survival. This is episode number 61, and we just jumped toward our base. We're coming back with almost a full ship of ice. If I go in here and check this out, we'll see that in our ship here, we have both of these cargo containers, these large cargo containers full of ice. That is almost 7 million ice that we're bringing back. And keep in mind, now, while I was, sitting around off camera between last episode and this episode, we pretty much filled up the solar storm with the ice that we brought back last time. So this right here, this ice we're bringing back equates to 2 more fills of the solar storm if we need it. But for now, we're going to be using that ice, of course, to farm. Now, in this episode, I'd like to do a little bit more than farming. I would actually like to see if I can find some grain. So that could mean going to some of those unknown signals. That could mean going to some of these stations, drones, some of these space pirate things. Maybe seeing if we can find some encounters that might have some extra grain that we can use. So we're going to be doing that in this episode. But first, we need to land the manta ray back on our trade station. So let's get that in there. I need to find out which orientation we're expected here. Oh, she's a beaut right there, the solar storm. I think as we go on our expeditions, by the way, we're not going to use the solar storm. We're going to give the solar storm a bit of a break. I kind of want to use the manta ray as we have it here, because it is not only a hauler as we converted it last episode and the episode before, but it's also speaking of manta ray, that asteroid looks like a little stingray down there. It's also a fighting ship. It's got 2 railguns on the front. It's got 2 Gatling turrets, more assault cannon turrets. It's definitely capable as a fighter, and we're going to be using it this episode to show that off. All right, there we go. We should be ready to lock with one of these any second now. That should even be pretty darn close. There we go. We're ready to lock on that one right there. So perfect. We are now locked, and let's press our connected timer to turn off our thrusters and stuff like that. And I think with that, we are connected. So all this ice is going to get pulled onto the base slowly but surely. We're going to have to make sure we find a place to store it, though, because I don't think the base has any way to store this ice as of yet. It always does look a little weird with the ship kind of sitting like that. But anyways, yes. Oh, we have a full farm, by the way. Let's go into the farm and harvest as well. Last episode, we built that harvesting machine that does also plant. So we can actually use it now. And I did use it a couple times off camera to get more seeds and stuff like that, so we could get a full farm. Of course, it's more fun to use on camera so that we can see it go to work. So let's go ahead and press the button, and we'll see it start harvesting these. By the way, off camera, I actually lowered the collectors as well 1 block, so that for all of the items that they drop that can't be used into seeds, we can actually come back through and collect those with the machine. So I think that's going to help out a lot. We'll have that one right there. Those will turn into machines. But these ones right here, see how they're stray? They're just sitting here. When this comes back, it'll actually collect them. So we'll see that in just a second. Let's let it run through the entire thing. And we've almost got a full farm. We are missing a couple here, which should be planted this time around, or if not this time around, definitely next time around, as we have enough seeds. Let's see, how many seeds do we have? Oh yeah, we have a lot of seeds. That's all the mushroom spores. We have 124 of them. Wow. Okay, maybe I should stop turning things into seeds, or maybe I should continue turning things into seeds so that we get a nice, once we get to like 1,000, I think we'll probably be fine for a while. There we go. Yep, unfortunately, it still can't get this last row right here, but it should collect all these items right here that weren't turned into plants, which is good. Are there any more? Yeah, this one right here as well, we should see it collect. And that was just by lowering this 1 block so that it's a little bit closer. So there we go. Yum, yum, yum. All right, we're gonna let it go all the way back. Perfect, and we have plenty of items in here. Actually, this one should have a lot of, let's hide empty. It should have a lot of fruits, yeah. That's the one that it has plenty of. Actually, it's got a lot of mushrooms as well. It's got a surprising amount of mushrooms, I should say, because we do have 2 rows of fruits being done, but we shouldn't have 2 rows for long because we're planning on trying to get some grain this episode. So let's go forth and try and do that. But first, before we do, I do want to try and find a way to store more ice and also a way to process more ice. So let's go into this area. That guy was a ghost. I don't know what just happened there. He sat. Okay. I was like, why did he vanish as he was running? But we're gonna go into this area right here, which is sort of our little temporary ice processing area. Yeah, and it's also our power area as well. But I think I want to convert this to have a little bit more storage and that sort of thing. So what do we have down here? We do have this. Let me think of ways that I can improve this. I think first of all, I'd like to move this cargo container over to there. So let me grab a couple blocks here. So there's our cargo container, our new one. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and move all the stuff that's in this one over to that one. And I'm gonna go ahead and remove this as well while we're here. Perfect. Okay, then I'd like to get a large cargo container in here, and I'm probably gonna try and move these guys as well if I can. Let's turn off push-pull for these for now. So push-pull off and push-pull off so they stop grabbing ice while they're there. I would like to keep you here because I think you're a pretty decent centralized location. But what I will do, the heck? Oh, I guess I have that there because that's where our little sensor is. Okay, well there's nothing there. So we could actually use these extra blocks right here. What do you mean sizzle? Oh, shoot. Okay, that goes down there. All right, here's what we're gonna do for now. Just to block that up so that we still have our pressurization, we're gonna create this little corridor right here, and this is gonna go into where we're gonna store all of our ice. So I'm gonna remove all these, this as well, and we're gonna have 2 large cargo containers that are gonna store ice for us. And I think we're gonna have them, not there actually, let's fill this back in, but we'll have them right here off to the side. And in fact, it looks like we already have blocks down here, interestingly enough. I don't know what that's for. Maybe, is there something down there? No, I don't know. Well, we're gonna build this up like this. So we're gonna have one right there. That will not place properly. Why not, I wonder? 1, 2, oh, that's why. Okay, it needs to be lower even. All right, let's just do it like this. So this will be one of them right here. Let me get all the rest of the blocks to build this up. There we go. Oh, I don't like that it's upside down, so I'm just gonna undo that. And there we go. Okay, it's gonna be right side up. Perfect. Okay, so I would like to have a second one of these, and it would be, I mean, we could put it here. The only problem is I'm pretty sure if we go into here, we're gonna get into the area over here. Yeah, we do have a little area down there. So that would be 1, 2, yeah, I don't wanna go there then. The other thing we could do though is go behind this way. All right, here we go. There's our second large industrial cargo container. Perfect, so we have both of our cargo containers filled up, and what I want to, or not filled up, but built up. What I want to do as well is I'd like to get them a way to actually, I'm waiting for these to get low on ice. I'd like to get them a way to actually get the ice, so we're going to create some sort of conveyor sorter that's going to pull all the ice from the base whenever we want to. Now, he's vibing. I'm just going to go over here real quick and grab a little bit of power. Here we go, and back to work. I guess for now I can actually just pull the ice out of here so I can get rid of them, because I'd like to use this space for some other stuff. So there we go, get rid of them like that. And then let's go ahead and grind these down here so that we have this extra space that we can use. Okay, and grind that down as well because we don't need it. And then these, I'm gonna grind that down, and we're going to create a sorter that's gonna go right here. I'll go ahead and remove these as well. Our sorter is gonna go right there. Let me remove my stuff from my build planner and make sure I have the correct stuff here. There we go. So that, oh, we're missing a couple computers. I'll go ahead and put those in production. I don't know if it's gonna, should build them fine. We should have a little bit of silicon, right? Oh, you're not connected. Whoops. I'm actually gonna move our cargo terminal right there because that makes a little bit more sense. And then all this stuff that was in it, we'll put back. There we go, much better. Okay, so let's get some steel plates in here. I'm gonna build up this right here. And then you are gonna turn into a 3-way one instead of whatever that was. All right, there we go. I think we have everything that we need right there. The only problem, I guess, now is that ice can't get out. So what I'll do is I'll instead turn this into a 3-way, and we'll have a way for ice to get out as well. There we go. So now if you come back here, we have 2 sorters. One of them pulls ice into the things, and one of them like pulls ice away from them into the rest of the base. So what we can do is we could turn this on to make it pull all the ice from the base, and then we could turn this off at the same time, and that would make it pull, and then we could swap it. So I'm gonna create a couple timer blocks just for this then. We're gonna have one called pull ice, and we're gonna have one called normal flow. All right, so we have base ice pull and base ice standard, and then this right here, let's make sure we put these on here. All right, we've got our buttons right here. We have our pull timer and we have our flow timer. So if I do pull, let me first check what's inside here. So nothing is inside these containers, although I should rename them as well. There we go, nothing inside that one also. So let's go ahead and press our button, and it should pull all the ice on the base into this. So yep, that one turns off, this one turns on. This one should now be set to drain all, and it's only looking at ice. So if we go over here, it's gonna be pulling all ice into here. It's gonna take a second, there's only one sorter, but it's gonna slowly pull all that ice into there. I don't know, yeah, this one's not gonna get any until that one's full, but it's going to do that. And once it's done, it should have all the ice from, I believe, the manta ray stuff. Yeah, it is slowly pulling from this, but again, it's gonna take a long time, so we're just gonna leave it like that for a while. None of that ice can be pulled though right now until we set this back to flow mode. So once we set it to flow mode, it'll just be normal like that. This one will no longer be draining, and that's happening with these 2 timer blocks. So I'm gonna keep it on pull. I could always create a couple more sorters to help us out, but I think it's fine for now. Okay, so now that we have that, what I want to do is also add a couple more O2H2 generators onto this base, and I think we probably do that over here if we want to. Or, yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea. All right, I decided to try and pressurize this room, and sure enough, it wasn't actually that hard. Apparently, these large cargo containers, even though they're not pressurizable on most of the faces, they are on the center face, so this is still pressurizable. So we now have this room pressurized, and it will be pressurized as well until we exit with that door right there. So this area, at least, will be pressurized. Actually, I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and remove this door temporarily, and let's add it again right here, just in a different direction. We're gonna add it right there, and then we're gonna add another corridor kind of angling this way. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to add something to this area right here. So where's our corridor blocks? There we go. Nice little corridor corner. We'll right click that, make sure we get all the components there. And perfect. So that should now allow us to close that. And then what I want to do right here is an O2H2 generator, and we're going to use our nice new O2H2 lab generator right here. I'll need to find a way to place that. I could always place it upside down. I think upside down is the way to go. So one upside down right there, one upside down right here, and then maybe like an O2H2 generator normal, the standard guy right over here. So that'll be 3 O2H2 generators placed on this thing, and then all we need to do is connect it up right back there to that connection, which I don't think will be that difficult. So let's go ahead and build these up. Right click, right click, right click, and get all these. All we're missing is the bulletproof glass. We are very low on bulletproof glass on this base. We apparently don't have any silicon, but that's only needed for these guys, and luckily they're still functional. But let's go ahead and make this connection as well. So we'll have a straight one right there. And then I think I'll just use a tube connection right here because I think they look pretty good. So just a little tube right there, if I can. And then a straight block going into this one. And there we go. There's our connection right there. And here's our connection right there. So we now have 3 more O2H2 generators. We had removed 2. So this is basically 1 more O2H2 generator than we had before. But I think it's still good. You guys should be getting ice. In fact, they are getting ice even though we're on pull mode. But the reason is because we still have ice on the base that hasn't been pulled quite yet. If I go into here and then go and check out our ice guys, you'll see this one's not quite full yet. It's still filling up. It does take a long time, but it's okay. It's getting there. The nice thing is if I go into my manta ray cargo, you can see one of the large cargo containers is completely void of ice now. The other one is slowly going down as well. So we'll eventually get all the ice off this ship. It'll just take a second, but that's okay. Let's go check on the farm, because I think the farm probably is at a state where it needs to be. There we go. Hey farm, how you doing? So it looks like we have the mushrooms are ready. It looks like the vegetables are ready, but the fruits over here will not be ready for another 5 minutes, it looks like. So maybe I'll wait 5 minutes to do anything. What I want to do though is I want to run through here and turn off the seed production. How many seeds do we have first of all? Okay, we have 129 fruit seeds. We have 153 vegetable spores. We have 72 vegetable seeds. So we have a lot of seeds. I think it's probably about time that we stop making seeds for now. I'll keep grain on there because we would love grain, but I would like to use some of the fruits that we collect to make actual, food. So let's wait for this one to be ready, and then let's do our farm thing. All right, it looks like some of our fruits are finally producing, and they should be producing at a rate that this goes, so we should be able to just send it along, and by the time it gets to those ones that are still working over there, they should be done. Yeah, you see it's popping up at the same rate that this thing moves, basically. But anyway, yeah, there we go. We have this going along, and I'm gonna craft a couple of foods from this guy once it gets back with the fruits and the vegetables and the mushrooms that we get, and then we'll go on our little expedition. And our expedition is probably going to be to one of these things, like maybe the salvage station over there, or maybe I don't know what's over there, this military missile frigate that's just chilling there. I mean, the white ones here I don't think are hostile, so but we could still go after them if we want to be chaotic evil sort of vibe. Let me go to my GPS and turn off a couple of our things here. We don't necessarily need to see this stuff, and TradeBot honestly is not really helping much, so we're gonna discontinue TradeBot. We're gonna bring him back in. All right, TradeBot, there you go. You're going back in there. I just don't want to have so many antennas that I see and so many stuff. It's just a lot of clutter every now and then that you see around here. Anyway, the farmer is coming back, and I did do a little bit of like cleanup as well on the thing. Like you'll see I did paint a little bit of this off camera. I added a couple of these nice signs right here that says that it is a hazardous environment, which it is, because you could get crushed by this thing. And yeah, I added a couple of just blocks around here, which I think make it look a little bit nice. All right, there we go. We're connected right there. So let's go into here and production. I want to go into our food processor and try and make like chili, because chili was something that was doing pretty well. 3 vegetables and 1 fruit. Yeah, so we can make a little bit of chili. I'll go ahead and make 5 chilies for my mission here. There we go, 5 chili to bring with us. We have a couple of kelp crisp as well. We've got med kits, we've got rifle magazines, we've got an oxygen bottle, and we've got our gun as well. So let's put our gun on our hotbar, and we should be good to go. All right, the quest for grain begins. I'm gonna remove the mining ship from this thing because I don't want it taking any stray shots. So the tardigrade is going to be safe at this base. Let's go ahead and unlock it from here. Perfect, and let's put it on the base somewhere. I think that spot we had it before, just right here, was pretty good. There we go, tardigrade is nice and safe on this little connection, and let's get ready to head off. What is this, a heavy armor block that's missing? Go ahead and plop that in so that we're not missing a random block. All right, let's head on board this guy, and we're gonna go for, I think that space pirate thing, because it's right there, little salvage station. Let's try that out. Could be a little bit of combat, but we should have plenty of firepower on board the manta ray here. So I'm not too worried. Number 8, then number 2. Oh man, okay. I almost caused a problem there. Do I still have ice on board, by the way? Okay, we do still have a little bit of ice, but it's all in the O2H2 generator. So all of the main ice did get stolen from this ship, which is very good. And let's start aiming our way toward this space pirate thing. And there is a little beacon that keeps popping up every now. But we're gonna go toward this salvage station. I'm gonna use the jump drive to get there a little bit quicker. So jump, and we're not gonna go 13, we're gonna go about 10. So let's bring this down to about 10. There we go. And let's jump that. Make sure we're aiming the right way as well. So let's go ahead and aim at it this way. And we can actually see it from here, the little salvage station. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, 0 now. Yeah, we're pretty darn close. I'm seeing a couple of beacons there. The assault cannons have 18 shells each. The yeah, we have plenty of Gatling ammo, and all of them have ammo as well, so we're good on that. Other than that, let's just move toward this thing. Let's see if we can spot any weapons that it's gonna use. That might be a weapon right there that I'm aiming at. But all of those can't shoot, you know, closer than 800 or farther than 800, so. Ooh, our stuff is firing. Okay, I'm actually fine with that. I think it's probably gonna be firing at a farther range than that can even reach. So I'm okay with our assault cannons engaging here, but I do want to make sure that our GAT are all set to far range. So there we go, perfect. Now let's move a little bit closer. Man, it's very quickly taking out any weapons that it sees. I'm just gonna let it do this, honestly. I don't even see what weapons it sees. I think it's gonna be shooting through the base. Let's go ahead and, whoops. Okay, I didn't mean to do that, sorry. Let's move a little bit closer. I think we're gonna have to turn off our turrets though here in a second because they are still shooting, and I don't know. Yeah, I do see a turret that they're shooting at. Well, if there was grain in there, it might, oh good lord. Okay, understandable, have a nice day, basically is what that was. All right, that was quick, that was easy. Let's go ahead and lock onto this with our Control Z once we get a little bit closer. Can I do it from here? Maybe I need to be in this menu right here. There we go. Our dampeners are relative, so let's move closer and let's move in with our machine gun. Now this was a pretty easy one because we didn't have to do much. Our weapons kind of handled everything. But we'll probably go for another one then if we don't find our grain here. So let's move in a little bit closer. Our ship is locked to this, so we should be good. And there shouldn't be any more weapons because our weapons have given this the seal of approval. Did have timer blocks and stuff. Don't know if there's gonna be any cargo containers though. The thing. Yeah, there is nothing left on this base. So I'll just take a couple components and go, I think. Couple of good. Inventory. It's a basic refinery. Yeah, okay, we're just gonna let this thing drift, I think. Let's go for another one and maybe not let our assault cannon turrets completely destroy it this time. There it goes. All right, turrets are we're gonna start with our turrets off. Let's go ahead and head to one of the, let's see, what do we have? Do we have anything enticing over here? We have a solar barge, we have a military missile frigate, and we have a survey drone. Oh, we have a Mayday over there. Let me go a little closer to that and see if I can Oh, we have a distress signal. Let's go to the distress signal. That was about 16 over this way. So let's go ahead and hit our jump drive for 16. All right, here we are. We should be relatively close to, you know, within 6. Is it over there? Is that it with the red thing? That might be it, the distress beacon. Let's see if it pops up again as we get a little closer. And we have our turrets off, so we don't go in guns a-blazing this time and completely destroy it like we did there. Okay, let's move toward this. Give ourselves a little bit of speed here. And we actually do have an asteroid that we can hide behind, which is nice. So we can approach this a little bit cautiously. I think I will do that. This could be an ambush though, because it is a distress signal, keep in mind. Yep, it is right there. I saw Mercenary something. Mercenary 2 wreckage. We have some lock-ons right there. All right, we're about 1 kilometer out. And honestly, I'm not seeing much. I see a little bit, but I don't see any turrets or anything that we need to be worried about. I just need to be worried about, like, if it's an ambush and something tries to attack me. Number 4 will turn on our turrets, and if I do that, they'll open fire. It is letting us get quite close. This must be something that the Space Pirates took out. We have independent contractors, but nothing else, it seems like. Okay, well, let's move in. Okay, we're quite close at this point. Let's hop out of our ship and see what we've got here. We just need to remember that we need to come back as fast as possible to if we see something on the horizon. Might as well eat a chili for good luck as well. All right, here we go. Our weapons are off. It's a little worrying. Wait till those go away. I don't like that those appear before I've conquered the ship. All right, let's move in. Be a little cautious though, because I don't know if there are any weapons like that. No, that's not a weapon, but it looked like one for a second. Let's move in on this side right here. And so far, so good. But something definitely happened to this ship. I'm a little worried about that void right there. Unknown signal, okay, that's fine. I'm a little worried about there being a turret in there that I don't see. But so far, so good. Maybe I will go in on that side. Is there a gravity generator on here? Oh, I don't like, yeah, that's a turret right there. I don't know if it's online, but better safe than sorry, right? I can't really even see it. It must be offline if it's not shot me yet, right? Ow, okay, it's not offline. We have exposure level going up as well, so there must be some sort of, ah! Holy crap! Well, that was awkward. Where's our body location? Oh, good lord, it's flying away. All right, we're gonna chase our body location real quick. 1 second.
Energy low.
Oh my gosh. All right, we got everything from our body. Let's go ahead and head back. And I'm gonna eat a chili while we do it because we're very low on a bunch of stuff. And we're gonna use our health station when we get back as well. Weapons out, please. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting a giant gun. All right, there we go. Let's be a little more cautious this time. Unfortunately, all of our buffs got reset. We have no active buffs, which means everything's a little bit slower. But we know that this area is safe from this angle right here. So what I might do is, and that gun as well is not on this side. So we can plop down right here. Do we have a gun in there? Can't tell. Let's move in this way though, I think. Okay, that's open, and we're in. Okay, we have 2 ways we can go. Let's turn on our light as well so we can see. We can go up or we can go down. Up, it looks like there's not much here. Actually, this could have been an easier way in even, but it looks like there's not much here. There's a little control station, and oh, our exposure level. Uh-oh, back to the ship, back to the ship, back to the ship. Okay, I forgot about exposure level. There must be some sort of destroyed thing over there. Let's go ahead and close this. And close this, and that might help us with our exposure level a little bit. But worst case scenario, we do have the med bay right here, which will help. Let's hit that. We do have this distress signal popping out again. Once this gets below 70, we'll stop taking damage. But do I have any anti-radiation med kits with me? No, I didn't bring any of my anti-radiation med kits. Okay, so we have to go relatively fast once we get in there because we need to take out the destroyed reactor, essentially, which is causing us to take all that radiation damage. Otherwise, there's no other easy way, I believe, to get rid of radiation other than, like, if it rains on a planet, or if you take an anti-radiation med kit. All right, our radiation's down pretty well. Let's move in again, but let's move quickly because we want to try and find either an anti-radiation med kit or wherever that radiation's coming from. So let's move in here the same way we moved in before, and our radiation's going up rather quick, so that thing must be pretty darn close. Can I come down this way? Oh, it's a little weird. It's a little weird trying to get around here. Let's move in this way. And I'm not seeing anything. Oh, yeah, it's already at 30. Do you have anti-radiation med kits by any chance? No, I'm not seeing any. Actually, wait, I wasn't even looking at your stuff, was I? Oh, you have silver. I'll happily take that. Our radiation's going up. Quick, quick, quick. Let's break through this door. And then into here. Again, radiation's still going up. We gotta be careful. We have another engineer here, and I'm really hoping that one of these has one. Nope, you just have weapons. No, you don't have anything for me. You don't have anything for me, although that wasn't Uzi. We like Uzis. There is some insane ramblings and stuff like that we can check out. Actually, it looks like we're safe over here, so never mind. The radiation thing is over there, and I think that's what shot me, by the way. While we're here, we can read the insane ramblings because we are here, so let's see what the insane ramblings say since we're not really in any more danger. He is cosmic lawlessness, a new god. He is king, leaving a new gift. Prototech. No rhyme, all reason, monolith, an altar to worship on, the king of cosmic law, a new gift, the cosmic king of lawlessness, a new god. Those are the insane ramblings. Maybe of this guy, maybe not. Hard to tell. Let's go ahead and destroy that. And then we have stuff in here. This stuff is pretty good. Platinum ingot, platinum ore, all good stuff. I think I'm gonna leave the platinum ore there for now. And we have an Uzi as well. I might as well take that and throw that on my my second slot. All right, I'm ready to move on. But a little bit worried because as we move closer this way, our radiation's gonna start going up real quick. That's what it was doing before. Oh, hope one of these things has a anti-radiation med kit or something. Move down this way. I don't see any turrets, that's good. Yeah, that's good so far. What about you? Any anti-radiation med kit or anything? We're at 15%, we're still looking good. Some tools, nice. What about you? Some nice weapons there. I'm liking that we're not seeing a lot of, what are you? Oh, that's what's causing the problem. Can I press the button? No. Okay, we're gonna have to grind it down then, because that's the only way to get the radiation to stop. All right, I believe those should no longer be doing radiation, right? Yes, perfect. Okay, I don't know what the button was supposed to do, but yeah, if you have these warfare reactors, they do increase your radiation rather quickly, so I'm glad we were able to stop that. Put some stuff in there. Ooh, meal pack unknown, meal pack hardtack. Nice. What do we have here? A synth loaf. Cosmic coffee? Dang, okay. Finding some stuff. That means there's a chance that we might find some grain in here if we're able to find, you know, some stuff in there. I don't know where this goes. Yeah, this has some goodies in it. I can go ahead and destroy it and that'll plop it down right here. Banana beef. Oh my gosh. Expired slop, okay. We're not really interested in that stuff. We have some, I don't think you can actually go into, you can go into this one right here. A zone chip, okay, that's pretty good. Anything over here? That's just a door. Okay, perfect. Then up here, this goes back up to, I imagine, where we went in. Yeah. All right, let's move down here. Don't know what's down here. There could be a turret. I need to be cautious because there was at least one turret outside. So we need to approach somewhat cautiously at least. We have some stuff right here. Access denied. We can go ahead and hack it. What do we have in here? Assault cannon shells. That's pretty good. And then probably same thing in here, if I had to guess. Oh, we can't even get in that one. All right, let's move around to the front. Oh, we have something here. What do we have in here? More assault cannon shells. Okay. Let's move down this way. That's a turret. Ooh, okay, it was turning. It was turning. Okay, we have a turret there. Yeah, it's turning. There's not really an easy way to get that, is there? Unless I do the upside down tech. Might work. Oh, okay. Oh, it was actually very low HP. Okay, nice. That's what I like to see. All right, let's move in. With that turret taken down, it's still a little sketchy being there. And there's an explosive, I believe, right there. Let's see if that's armed. High explosive. No, it's not armed. A Prototech frame! There is actually Prototech here. Wow, oh, that's really good. This wasn't a Prototech encounter, but still we're able to find some Prototech stuff. We have Reckoning. And then we have some goodies right here. I'll come back for that stuff. See, I thought that was an explosive because there is a barrel that looks exactly like that, which is an explosive one. Let's see what you have in you. Some rifles. Okay, so you clearly got into a fight. Reckoning says, guy who I found this on claimed it meant the end of days. Sure, pal, sure. Well, apparently it did because your ship got, you know, it's seen better days is what I should say. That's not the one that hit me. I think that one's destroyed. I'll go ahead and bring some of this stuff back to the ship here. Put it in there. And I think we just have to be cautious of this one remaining weapon right here, which should be on the other side of this. I think that should be it taken out.
Inventory.
Yeah, that guy definitely surprised me. All right, let's put this stuff in there. And then same with all this stuff if I can carry it. All right, there we go. Everything should now be nice and safe. M2, interesting. All right, is there anything else on this grid that I want to check out? Let's go ahead and hide empty and see what else there is. Some stuff, some uranium. Okay, it doesn't look like we're gonna find grain on this grid. That's fine though. We actually got a pretty good haul out of this place. I'll remove some of these stairs so I can just use my jetpack flying around. Makes it a little bit easy when there's no easier when there's no gravity. But this guy, did I take what you had? No, I didn't, not yet. And then this as well had a couple things. Go ahead and take that. I think I'll go ahead and move the ship a little bit closer as well so that we have the back of the ship exposed here and we can easily deposit things into those connectors. I think that's probably the easiest way to do. I don't want to scrap too much of this ship, but we'll scrap a little bit, some stuff that might be useful. For instance, I know that this has some goodies that we can take, so we'll just scrap a little bit of that. You know, interestingly enough, this ship has some atmospheric thruster. So that right there is an atmospheric thruster. So it was an earth-faring ship as well as a space-faring ship. Interesting. There's a large cargo container right here. Access denied? I think not. Let's go ahead and hack it. See what's inside there. Zone chips, motors, medical components. This is pretty good stuff. And explosives as well, it looked like. Not bad. I'll go ahead and take all that stuff with me, I think. Medical components in particular are pretty darn good. There were some silver on this base as well, and platinum as well. So that's a good haul. But with the medical components, you can build another, or you can build a bunch of, I guess, survival kits or med station. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and grind that down as well. We can see if there's anything else hiding. There must be some sort of action relay block, because look at it's spamming my text chat there. So there must be an action relay block that's going off every now and then. Storage shelf 3. Oh, it's got a gravity component, reactor components, superconductors. Oh, it's got everything. We love a storage shelf 3. We like a storage shelf 2, but a storage shelf 3. Oh, that's the best. Beats the rest. I think, do I want anything in here? No. I think the last thing I want is going to be that platinum. Well, I'll take a couple of these things. I'll take the shells. The shells can be useful. We're actually getting some artillery shells from this. We have 26 artillery shells and 26 assault cannon shells. And I think there are a couple more assault cannon shells in here somewhere. So let's go and grab those, and then we're almost good to go. I just want to grab the raw platinum. Okay, no, we don't have any more assault cannon shells, but this might have some. If I destroy this, yeah, it's got a couple. And then I'd like to get the raw platinum, which is, I believe, up a level. Maybe here. Insane ramblings. Is that the same insane ramblings as before? Yes, they are. Okay, let's move on to you. You have a gun, I'll take. And then you have platinum ore, which I'll happily take also. Anything in you? All right, and with that, I think I've got everything that I want from this ship for now. For now, I mean, and forever. I don't think there's anything else that I've missed. I've gone through all the sections. Oh, I do like how they did that. That's kind of cool. I think I've got everything I want. So let's move on to one final encounter. I think we're gonna find another one. Let's go. Let's get into our ship, and we'll see. I think there was another distress beacon even. Yeah, over that way, there's something that's appearing and disappearing. So maybe let's go after that. That seems fun. All right, let's give it a second. Okay, we have something popping. Yeah, Mayday popped up down here somewhere. I'm not entirely. It's 6 kilometers away this way. Maybe it's at that asteroid. Let's look to see if there's anything. We're gonna start heading toward that asteroid regardless, because I think it's over there, and it should pop up again. Just give it 100 meters per second, and we'll see if it pops up again. Oh, I saw it. It's down there. It's down here somewhere. I saw it for a second. Oh, it's probably that. Yeah, okay. I think it's this little ship right here that's giving off that Mayday signal. So let's move a little bit closer. Big gun on the top, it looks like. Unless that might be a landing gear. Gun's on the bottom though. I'm gonna go ahead and lock it, because I do see those on the bottom that I think I might want to shoot off. Or, I mean, we could always approach it from the top. Yeah, that is a gun on the bottom. I think I move a little closer even. Because that's a Gatling gun. That won't fire more than 800. So we can move a little bit closer, and right about here we're gonna want to be a little cautious of that Gatling. Okay, I'm gonna fire one right there. It's a Mayday, but I don't want to take any chances. We're gonna fire one right here. Okay, I missed it. Let's fire the other one. Okay, well, we missed it again. This guy's probably wondering, I called Mayday, why are they shooting at me? I guess let's move. Oh, it's aiming at me. I don't like that. Let's go up here so it can't shoot me. Because if we approach it at the bottom angle, I don't think it'll have a shot. Ooh, we get the Earth backdrop as well. That is cool. Okay, it no longer has a shot. Is there another turret though on this side? I can't tell. All right, let's move in. From this angle, we should be good. If they start firing though, I am going to turn on my turrets, and they don't want me to turn on my turrets. All right, as long as it doesn't turn or anything. It's so... Ah! Okay, turret's on. Have fun. Good luck, have fun. Good lord. Yeah, that sounds about right. All right, turrets off. You're the one who called Mayday. Stop shooting at me when I arrive. I shot them first, but still, it's not kind. All right, let's move in. We should be good from this side. Look at all that. Look at all that stuff flying over on the left side. Okay, we should be good from this side. Let's move in. Okay, fine. Have it your way. All right, let's just sit here for a second. Let's hop out and let's approach this thing on foot. If it's only interior turrets and that one Gatling turret, then we're fine approaching on foot. Let's move in. We need to first find a way in, so we're probably gonna have to go this way. And it looks like this might be the way in. I don't see any turrets guarding it. So let's move around here. And it looks like we have 2 doors. Okay, let's break in. Breaking and entering, all for a Mayday call. All for the chance of grain is really what this is. Do we have any turrets on here that I need to worry about? Not that I see. Not that I see. Okay, but still we're gonna back up once we get this. Just so we can be a little safe. Okay. Let's crouch and move in. Don't see any turrets. I do see a sensor though. I'm gonna shoot it because I don't know what it does. And when you don't know what something does, you shoot it. Don't see any turrets. We're good. Let's move up here. Yeah, so that sensor worried me because I didn't know if it would set off a bomb or something like that. What are you? You're a programmable block? Okay. You don't worry me too much. Down this way, I can't tell what we have because there's a lot of smoke, and the smoke is kind of hiding what could be here. Although we do have another door here. We have another door here. This door goes up and this one goes to the side. Let's go to the side door real quick. And we'll save the super dangerous down way for later. This looks like it's a cabin crew sort of living arrangement thing. I think we're good. Yeah, actually, this was probably made a long time ago because I think they've done this to look like beds. Kind of neat. This is how people did beds before the game actually had beds. Go up this way. Weapons out. And this is how people did stairs before we even had stairs. This encounter must have been made a long, long time ago. But it's possible the loot tables include stuff like grain and whatnot. So we'll see. Let's move down this way. This is the dangerous way that I was afraid of. I'll move in. Oh, I don't want to go out there. Yeah, okay. Is this the entire inside of the ship? This might be. Well, in that case, we just need to move around and destroy the other stuff. It looks like we have an oxygen bottle, hydrogen bottle, some other stuff there. Do we have anything else on the grid? Can I check? No, there's really not much here, is there? Where's my ship? Oh, I was on this side. Okay, it looks like this encounter doesn't have all that much. Most of it seems like it should be used for scrapping, and I don't really want to scrap anything, so I think we're gonna move on to the next one here. Actually, before we do, I will go ahead and remove this thing right here so I don't spot it anymore. And probably I'll destroy the programmable block too. All right, I think let's go check out this private sale. I want to go see what they're up to. I'll turn this on as well real quick, just in case that thing tries to shoot at me. I want to see what they're up to. If they shoot at me, I'll shoot at them, but I'm not planning on shooting at them unless they do, I guess. Hi, private sale. How you doing? You look friendly. You look chill. I don't know what it's doing. It's just kind of like, oh, maybe it's trying to run away. Well, still, I want to see what you have. I'm not robbing you. I just want to see what goods. Okay, understandable. Have a nice day. Oh, it's not listed as enemy, so my stuff's not going to shoot at it. Okay, well, we're going to do this then. Sorry about that. Damaging this private property is against regulations. Please reconsider. What if I just said, like, turrets, target, neutrals? There we go. That's done it. All right, it's not that I want to rob you. I just want to like see what you have, see if you have grain or anything. All right, our dampeners are relative. Let's go and see what they have. See if they have grain, see if they have anything good for us. I'm just curious. I'm not here out of malice, even though I have shot you, but you shot me first. So that's really why that happened. Let's move in here, see if they have anything good for us. There we go. Okay, do you have anything? No, you don't have anything. I don't think. What's in your cargo terminal? Some cobalt, which I'll happily take. I'll happily take that as well. I'll leave you with your scrap metal. but I'll take your power cells as well. Thank you. This is kind of my are we the baddies moment, but whatever. How else are we gonna get grain? Actually, speaking of, let's go after that unknown signal, and then I think that'll end our adventures for today. Because I really want to get grain, but we haven't had a chance. We haven't found any. All right, we're gonna let you continue on your journey, my friend. There you go, as you were. All right, unknown signal. I really want this to have grain, but the chances have been pretty slim so far. We haven't found a lot of seeds in these unknown signals. So let's head out here with our high hopes and hope that maybe this is the one. Let's see, maybe it's missing a button, but wait, hang on. Vegetable seeds, mushroom spores. It's got 2 seeds, but not the one I need. It does have banana beef though, and I'm a little bit hungry, so let's try this banana beef and see what that does. It's actually doing a lot of food for that banana beef. I almost said banana bread. I would love some banana bread. Banana bread's good stuff, but this doesn't seem to have a button on it. Most of them do, which is bizarre. But let's head back to our ship. That was a pretty good unknown signal. I'm happy to have found that one. Anyhow, it's about time to head back to our base. So let's find where it is. It's over this way. And maybe if there's something along the way, we'll stop by, I don't know, like this observer drone. It seemed like an observer drone would have a mayday. Wait, hang on. You know what? We're going to that mayday. That's our last thing we're going to go to. This mayday right here. It's 25 away. So let's go ahead and get our jump drive. Actually, I know our jump drive's already configured to go 10 kilometers. So let's go this way 10 kilometers. Make sure it's doing that. 10. Yep. Perfect. And let's go to that mayday. And then after that, we'll head home. Okay, we should be pretty darn close to that mayday. I'm not sure where it is, but we should see a ship. Maybe that's it right there? Let's see, are you a ship? Yes, you are. Oh, you're a big ship. Hey, maybe you'll have some seeds on you. We do have something red right there. I'm gonna turn off the turret's ability to lock onto neutral. We're just gonna say target enemies, and let's move in. I don't know if this entire thing is an enemy ship or if this one little bit right here on the side is. It seems like they might be separate grids. Yeah, that one's saying Mayday, this one's saying it's an enemy ship. So let's continue to move in. I don't see any turrets quite yet. Turn off my HUD there for a second to see. Yeah, I don't see any, but that doesn't mean they're not there. I have been blind before. So it looks like it might be some salvaging operation or something. So far, nothing's shooting. And that's a good sign. Let's move in a little closer. We're now at the range where interior turrets would start shooting. And I'm not seeing any. This is very bizarre. It really looks like this ship has been salvaged because it's in bits. But I guess let's come in for a bit of a landing here. And let's hop out and try and explore it and see what's going on here. All right, let's move. Get real close to this real quick so we have a little bit of cover in case there's any turrets. I don't know what this is the thing that's red. But yeah, it looks like it's been completely salvaged here. Gotta be careful of this side because there could be turrets. But no, I'm not seeing any quite yet. We'll move in here. It's like this is the ground level. Hey, I'm survivor level 1, nice. We have this. Random cryo chamber. Yeah, I mean, I think this is just a ship that's been, you know, the pirates came and salvaged it, and now this is what's remaining of it. It does have this. This will be what's sending the Mayday signal. There was a turret. It looks like this might be all there is to this encounter. It's just a scrapped. It's just a scrapped thing. There's not much here for anyone to get. It's very much like a vulture feeling. If you come here and you scrap this, it's already been scrapped by the pirates that took it out. So you're really getting just the pickings, what's left over. All right, well, back to home we go. Maybe next time we'll do one of these Prototech ones because it looks like these encounters, I mean, I'm sure they could. I'm sure some of them could have, you know, seeds and stuff. But none of these look like they would, like a solar barge, observer drone, Poseidon. Poseidon Station might, but that's a trade station. But yeah, none of these seem like if we found one that said like, this is a farm, like a mobile farm, then yeah, I would think maybe that would have seeds. But it looks like we're not finding a lot of stuff that has seeds. And the only stuff we did find that had seeds was the unknown signal there. So if another unknown signal pops up here in a second, then I'll go for it. But I don't think one will in the time that we have to get back to base. So let's just get back to base, land our ship, and we'll be good to go. Okay, I think I'm gonna land us a little bit differently this time. We're gonna land facing down because it makes a little bit more sense. It's easier to connect with the, for the little tardigrade mining ship if these connectors are facing up. So I think we're gonna do it that way. Start coming in. Make sure we're angled properly. And we have the connection right there. Let's go ahead and press number 9 to turn off all of our thrusters, and we should be good to go. All right. I'm gonna close this again. And let's head out this way. Perfect. Okay, we're bringing back quite a few things as well with us from our mission. But one of the things we can do as well is we can go and harvest our stuff before we end the episode right here. Unfortunately, we didn't come back with any seeds for grain, but the mission will continue. We'll find them eventually, even if we have to go back to the Earth-like planet and pick them up, because they're, I think, relatively easy to find on the Earth-like planet. All right, let's go in here, and we're gonna run our machine. Everything is ready for harvest, so let's hit it. And let's harvest. Still waiting for the next delivery, but we did find some stuff in storage you might find useful. Well, if it's grain, maybe I'd find it useful. This guy right here doesn't have any seeds on it. Since these are both trying to pull fruit seeds, sometimes all of them go to one of them. But anyway, yeah, I think that's gonna be the end of the episode here. I really hope you enjoyed. A little bit more combat focused as we went to these encounters to try and find some grain. Unfortunately, we're not returning with any grain, but we are returning with some materials and stuff and some knowledge of what the encounters hold, I guess. We'll find grain though. Don't worry. In the next episode, we're probably gonna do more encounters. Maybe one of these Factorum encounters that are off in the distance. We always have the jump drive. We always have the snowstorm as well with the 3 jump drives that we could use. But anyway, if you enjoyed that, please drop a like. If you didn't, drop a dislike. If you have any comments or suggestions, please post those down in the comments section below. And if you'd like to become a YouTube member or a patron, there are links below in the description where you can do either of those. And you'll get fun perks like getting your name in the end credits here, getting early access to videos, and even for some of the tiers, getting a shout out at the end of the video. So the 3 people we're gonna shout out at the end of this one are Stellaris Ignis, Joshua Wilson, and Azrael. Thank you very much for your support, and thank you everyone who's watching for your support as well. It really does mean a lot. And with that, I will see you all in the next episode of Space Engineers Survival.